Alright, hi. This is a 1000 amp speedrun I did, because I don't know, I started speedrunning 1000 amps about in summer, because it's just a game I didn't see, probably, it's mostly because of SGDQ, honestly, I kind of wanted to get into it, and so 1000 amps is a game I like, um, and, not many people have done anything with it. I didn't originally see anything. I think there's like one other video that says 1000 amp speedrun. It's like 30-ish minutes, but it's not really whatchamacallit. It's one of the older. It's a very much older version of 1000 amps. Um, and so this is I did this a few days ago. This is so far my PR. I think it was. I'll look it up while I'm saying other things, but uh, it's about 40 minutes. And so there's a few. 1000 amps is, I think, it's an interesting game to Let's Play because what I originally wanted to do was upload a very specific type of run. Because in this game, you're going to see part of it here because I remember being disappointed that didn't fall through. Part of the speed running this game is there's a glitch you can do, and I don't know how to replicate it. It's kind of why I want to show this off and bring more attention to it so I can learn how to replicate it. There's a glitch that you can do where what happens is that the game begins when you enter a power-up room. It begins to automatically teleport you directly to the power-up. And what you can do is once you confirm that that happens, you can sort of, yeah, so it does that right there, and you can sort of confirm, or well, you sort of confirm this by going also to glow, which is up in the top top right, and if it works there as well, then you made the glitch work. Generally, I actually did it in this run, and it didn't work. I don't know why, but it just didn't. But anyway, then using the sort of door area you go to in there, which I'll show you later, you can use that to get to the end game power-up, which is infinite power. And then you can use that throughout the rest of the game and pretty much breeze through everything. And so that run, if you do it correctly, if Earth glitch works, it gets down to 20 minutes and I think that's, yeah, 22 seconds, which is a 20-minute improval over the normal time. So it's really good to get that final power up early on. But, you know, there's no other way to do it besides that, besides the glitch. So, this one, it happened in the teleport room, it happened in the glow room, but I'm not sure why it didn't happen later. Or no, it's, I think it's, whatchamacallit, it's the radar. I think it's the room you're in. But, anyway, for some reason it didn't go, so it became a normal run, or mostly normal run, I suppose. And so yeah, so this is just it. As we're going, I suppose I'll comment on some of the sort of techniques and rooms throughout. This is one room that caused a lot of trouble because this room is just annoying to get to the top of, and those two blocks at the top where the light is, but you can use it when it's unlit to wipe away some of the conveyor belts. Anyway, I haven't really looked too deep into fully optimizing the game to run it fastest, but this is the way that I've found it best to get to the respective areas. I do some messing up in here, but you know, it happens sometimes. Anyway, this room is important because we need it to complete Hedgemaze East, which gets us into the starting point of the access, I think, of the radar area. Because with each power-up, there's an access. There are like 3 access rooms that you need to get to. And sort of Hedgemaze East is the gateway to the one for the radar. And unfortunately, there are pitfalls, and so it can get annoying to successfully navigate through. But you just got to make sure to jump properly. So again, a lot of the optimization so far that I've done comes down to simply remembering where a lot of the locations are. Yeah, so now we're at Sonar Base. And this room, in my opinion, is the biggest waste of time in the game. Because you do get the sonar before you get the things that kill all those little things. And so you have to deal with all of these vampiric cells before you can destroy them. And so a lot of it is just simple RNG manipulate or AI manipulation. So the best way to do it is to go up here, turn on that one light, and then sort of go from there. The best case scenario is to get all of them at one, have that upper light on, and then get all of them to one light, and then, or in between some lights, and then simply move in the direction they're moving faster than them, because the more lights that are turned on, the slower they go. But sometimes you can also just sort of brute force it. And this one is just, you gotta do it right so that you hit all 3 of those with one jump and then fall far enough that you don't turn them all off, because if you do, you have to backtrack through some rooms, which I think I did in another run. But you do have to go in and out, because doing so screws up this sort of transport thing. But yeah, see, the instant you go in the room, it teleports you to the power-up, and then for some reason, when I went in here, so you go in here, I'm just trying to think, because, you know, of the replication value, and so I might have not have to lit up the room. But usually you go in that door and then are instantly teleported down to the infinity power up, and you can see there I was kind of confused. So I wasted a bit of time here by going in and out. And it didn't work, so it became a full run. So I think I'll just, because, you know, it is only, I think, like 10 minutes-ish to see if it actually works. So I'll probably just try and do a few, I'll just keep throwing myself at it until I get the, and you can see I went try to go in again. But no. I'll probably just throw myself at it a few times until it works, and then I'll just record all the runs I do. But this one, I think I forget if I waste some time in here. I go the wrong way for a while in this one, because, like I said, a lot of it is optimization. It's memorizing, you know, which path is the best, where are all the cells. But yeah, I think I go that way, and eventually, I think it's in the lower left corner. Yep. Go down here, and with this you can go under that weird room, you know, the out of sight one, along the very bottom, I think, of the map. I don't know exactly. And yeah, so it's sort of figuring out what's the easiest way to go. All the rooms you can sort of do in one shot. This one, you just got to remember which elevator it is. And so I chose the wrong elevator after I realized that I was dumb. I thought it was the middle. It is indeed the right. So you just gotta go back through some rooms. Yeah, it's it's the Trivator access. And you just gotta sort of find your way back in here, and then from here you can go back through the other rooms. And especially with the rooms you go through, a lot of them take completion to finish. But in sort of this case, or a lot of them take completion to finish. But even if they don't, if you find yourself going through a room a lot, it's best to just do it, because if you're going through it a lot, you can just teleport around and not have to worry about doing it over. That I think I just forgot about. Yeah, because you're originally supposed to go through here just to get around another room dealing with the Empiric guys. I think this is actually the wrong way. I'm not sure. No, this is the right way. Well, actually, sort of. I sort of skipped to the middle. With a lot of these, you have to work from the bottom up or from right to left on the other side. But yeah, you actually want to, starting out, go here. And then work your way along the bottom, because actually I don't think you even need to really worry about the middle parts, or the like sort of area I went to when because if you just start from the bottom, I think you just can go straight up the bottom. But it's best to just remember at least location of lights up to the sonar point, because after that you can sort of just see where they are. But after that, you can just sort of use the radar. And also with this spot, you have to make sure that you get this one last, because otherwise you screw up the sort of conveyor belts. But yeah, see, if you do that, again, you screw yourself over because you can't teleport into the bottom area, so you just gotta backtrack. So in this case, it worked out, but I'd rather not have it work out because I just don't screw up. I wouldn't screw up in the first place. But, you know, can't always be perfect, so. But it's about 20 seconds if you screw up, or maybe 10. I don't know, I'm probably exaggerating. That one is just real simple to through, and then this one. You gotta hit those just right, and then teleport yourself over so you can hit it. Because if you start in the right side, then you take away the light power. Yeah, now we get the glow. So we just need the rocket jump and the spikes in the rocket jump. And after that, then you go through the tree and you get go through the tree, and then you get the final power up, and then you beat the final boss. I guess the only boss, really. But oh, excuse me. But yeah, so it's just backtracking to the central base for a bit. Also, fair warning, if, well, I guess it's not really a fair warning because I'm just giving it, But yeah, if you have epilepsy, you probably shouldn't watch this video. There's a lot of insta teleporting and stuff, but you know, I'm a little late to that ship. Sorry if I gave you a seizure. It's not my fault though. Then here I go under. I think when I didn't mean to, because you want to just sort of go back to the central room, because that's the best place to start. And I think I went to, I think I started going under the central place instead of towards it. So I did find myself against uncompletable areas for a bit. Or well, less easily completed areas and places you need to go. So honestly, I probably could have, looking back on this and maybe remembering a bit more, I probably could have cut this one down. Excuse me. Probably could have cut it down to about maybe by 2 minutes even, because there were a lot of just minor mistakes, like with the light boost access, that backtrack, this sort of just messing around, not going to the right place. I think I'd also go to the wrong place in here, but I don't remember exactly. Yeah, because I come down here. This is another case of you better not miss a jump, or else you're kind of SOL. But yeah, this one, I think I'm just getting frustrated. I'm not going the right way, and then I fell. But yeah, because then you gotta backtrack all the way over here again, and then back through. Yeah, so then I almost fell in again. And I think this isn't even the right way. I'm not sure. Yeah, and then I do it again, right? Yeah, so I definitely could have cut like 2, maybe 3 minutes off this time. In the end. This one you want to sort of time it between the pulses, between when they take out the light, because there is, I mean, the teleport is instant. So yeah, you can just sort of time it between the two and not get caught. However, I think that was all in vain, because I didn't go the right, because this isn't the right way, I don't believe. That, or I'm supposed to just go through this room. Oh, you know what happened? I started doing a lot of these vampire puzzles, or vampiric puzzles. Yeah, see, you can see that I sort of am going up instead of going down. But yeah, so there's all these vampiric puzzles, and I had not realized that I was sort of in rocket jump territory, which is where you know, that's after you use the, or after you get the spikes, that's when you sort of use them to clear out all these areas of the vampire cells. So I spent a lot, actually, honestly, I probably could have gotten this down like 5 minutes. Yeah, because you can see I'm up in that, I'm up sort of towards the rocket jump, because that's going up. but I want to be farther down, basically. Yeah, because I recognize this name, Unrecommendable Path. Then wait. Oh, right. This is how you. Then pistons. I know this one, or I realize this one. I'm like, oh, I'm going the wrong way. So yeah, I probably could have cut like 5 minutes off of this one. But, yeah, so I think you do want to go down. Yeah, you do want to go down this way. I think you complete this one. I think you do hedge maze. Or at least I do it, I think, here. Yep, and then you do this one. Okay, yeah. So you definitely want to do hedge maze. And then sort of just go across and down. And then this is a challenging room because now that you have the glow, you have to get through here. And on the other side of this, there's a conveyor belt that drags you back through this path that you go through. But there is, as you can see, yeah, there's one little thing up there, so you have to position yourself just right so that you hit the lights, and then hit the lights, and then with your glow, hit that one up top, so you can sort of continue. Oh, you need to do this one. Precision's also hard because you have this tiny area to do all your jumps in without turning off your light. And then this jump I shouldn't have screwed up, but I screwed up I think twice. But the bottom part is actually sort of easier because you can just do it again and again. But this part, I think I hit that one. Yeah, and then I did that. So I had to do it again. And then that happens sometimes. It's just... Precision can be a very frustrating room simply because of how many times sometimes it takes to do. I think this time I get it. So then you gotta get those, then you teleport down there. You can get the last light, and then I think this brings you to the start. Yeah, Spikes Underpass. And then this is just time waste because you have to push through all of these blocks to get to this one light. It just takes a bit. This area, but you use it later because you have to do this room, which can be a bit tough because you have to sort of jump in place to open that spot up, and then if you screw up, you have to go all the way back out. So you have to open up that spot, and then you also have to jump, teleport in midair, so you don't undo yourself. And then eventually you get in this room so you can preserve your momentum up through the down pushing things, and you eventually get to spikes. So now we got spikes, and we can kill the little sort of things. And one thing about the optimization of this game is that you do have to get all 4 power-ups. The game does not let you go to the final boss if you do not have all 4 power-ups, which is unfortunate because you could definitely do it without the radar. But you do have to go to all of them, pick them all up. But, you know, it's not that terrible. The radar is sort of the hardest because you don't have the radar. But yeah. So it's just a matter. This room you can actually get yourself trapped in because if you teleport there directly to that hole, sort of in the middle of the wall, you can actually undo your power source and then so you don't have that one box of glow, and then excuse me again, and you're trapped there because you can't teleport out because you don't have any glow. And so you sometimes, if you don't know threat beforehand, then you I don't even think you need to do this room. You might, but I don't remember. Eventually I figure it out. You gotta teleport to the side ones after you do the middle ones. But I did realize that there's a bit of a glitch with this room where you enter and then exit. But then it also, the same glitch doesn't allow the bottom one to go. So it's weird. On some occasions. Because it works sometimes. But I could have done that room a lot faster. And just a lot better. Or just not at all, I think. But yeah, so I don't think you need to do that room. I think you can just sort of leave the west you came. However the fancy way of saying it is. And I thought I was trapped here, but you're not. Yeah, because I think if you just get back in that old room, if you just get one block, then you can teleport over and just not have to worry about it. Then yeah. I think also with that Eddie, I think I could have gotten all the way up, but I didn't. I need something to drink. Oh well. But now we just need to get the rocket jump, which we started to sort of get. So I mean, all that not doing got me one room, at least. So it wasn't completely useless. But, you know. In this room, I think I wasted a bit more time than I need to. Because I screwed up the jump mechanic. Yeah. And I almost missed the train again, but I got it. And then this is the most fun room in the game, in my opinion. I forget, I think I might screw it up. Yeah, almost screwed up a bit. Or I do screw it up. I had to reset. But when done right, it looks a little like that. And it's fun. Yeah, in this room, I think we're in a bit. Then you gotta be careful because, you know, that can happen. So you gotta watch the corner and take it slow. But then we use it to go up here, and then this is another annoying room. But doing it first try isn't that hard because all the things are turned off. But then after that, it gets annoying. And so these rooms that I'm in are all taller than they actually should be because, oh god, because the top bit is where you go for the next power-up. And so you'll have to light up the entire room to get rid of the blocks that contain it. And so yeah, also if you screw up, you have to go back through this again. And I realized, yeah, midway through that you don't need to do all of that. Unfortunately, if you screw up in there, like I did, you go through this, which can take some time. And you're supposed to do the inside first and then go to the outside. But I didn't do that. It's best to jump, and you gotta jump right, so you can just hit the outside one with the draining effect. Getting stuff done. And then with that, you can just use it and trigger all the ones on the outside. And because of that, you can go back in here and if you do it right, you can teleport into the area where everything else is. Then collect sufficient enough glow, you can light everything up. And this one you have to use the vampires as a bouncy thing. And this is the last one to, or no, I think the one up to the side or above it, yeah. Wait, no. I don't remember. We'll see in a second. But, yeah. Then you have to go all the way through all these up top. Yeah, and then I forgot that you have to go through that one still. So we go down and do some of it again. Backtrack. Yeah, and then after that, you just gotta go all the way back. And then you can get to the rocket jump. So what happens after we get the rocket jump is that we really quickly backtrack over to the glow, or no, the radar, so we can get in the door. which will bring us to the outside. With this room, you can actually use the boost to get to the top, but you have to be like real precise with it, and it's a bit finicky. So oftentimes it's actually easier to just use the elevators. Yeah, we real quickly zoom back up there. Let me use the center one to go outside. And outside in the like casual run can take a real long time, but if you know the precise route and can make all the jumps on the first try, and you'll see it can go real fast. This one I didn't know exactly where it was, but I went in the right spot. And in the outside, a lot of these areas are really lenient with how close you need to get to the little glow box in order to work. Vine Bridge is a really good one to get because you can go all the way across. Real easy. Then this is the spot where you need to go, and then if you land right there, then jump as you fall down, you can trigger that. And you get to the emergent layer access, which is the rest of the tree. So if you do it right, you can get through it in no time at all. But this is going through this is just to get to back to the top of the tree, which isn't too difficult. It's more so just tedious. So now we land right on the end game item, and so now we have to get to the underside of it. And this room has the one jump in the game you do not want to screw up. You want to make sure to get all of those so you can jump out and in, because if you fall down, then you have to backtrack all the way through the underground again. And it's just not great. But now we just gotta go through the boss, which I almost did first try. I think I screwed up on the last area. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. With this room, or yeah, no, I screwed it up there. With this room, you want to, or with the third room, you want to just do a lot of jumping and teleporting, so that most of his anti-light spots are right in the center, where none of the lights are. So if you can do that and sort of time it right, where he doesn't hit any of them while being in the center. You know, I screwed up here as well, because he was already out of it. So with those screw ups as well, it adds a bit more time. But eventually, this try, I got it. Yeah, you'll see me jumping a lot in this final room. That's just sort of keep it. If you do it right, then you can boom right there. And that was time. When you from when you hit start in the screen and hit him, that is start to end. And so that was again 40 minutes, 59 seconds. It's not like I didn't have like a truly official timer, but I don't know exactly where to get it. But that was 1000 Amps Speedrun. I'll probably upload I'll upload the other version with the glitch, and that'll probably just be explaining or showing it. I probably won't be talking to that one, and then I'll upload other speedrun or other faster versions later. See, and other speedruns of other games, hopefully. But it's 1000 Amps. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.